Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Exploring Marketing Research, Chapter number 9, Part 2. Survey Research Basic Communication Methods. What you will learn in this chapter, in this part, to discuss advantages and disadvantages of mail, the internet, and other means of distributing self-administered questionnaires. To understand how to increase response rates to mail surveys. To select the appropriate survey research design. To provide examples of the influence of modern technology and survey research, to discuss the importance of pre-testing questionnaires. Self-administered questionnaires. Many surveys do not require an interviewer's presence. So, marketing researchers distribute questionnaires to consumers through mail or in many other ways. Self-administered questionnaires are different than interviews because respondents take the responsibility for reading and answering the questions. Self-administered questionnaires can be conducted with two types. One is paper questionnaire. It means that can be conducted with mail, in-person drop-off, inserts, fax, etc. While electronic questionnaires can be sent through email, internet website, or kiosk. Mail survey. If we look at the speed of data collection, with a mail survey, researcher has no control over return of questionnaire, and often the mail survey has a low response rate and the speed of data collection is very slow in mail surveys. But geographical flexibility is high. One researcher can send the questionnaires to all over the country. Respondent cooperation. There can be moderate respondent cooperation. Moderate, poorly designed questionnaire will have low response rate, and nowadays all over the world response rate is getting lower for the questionnaire surveys. Mail survey, flexibility of questioning. When we look at the flexibility of questioning, there is highly standardized format in mail surveys. Questionnaire length varies depending on incentive and varies dependent upon the research topic. Item non-response can be high. Sometimes the respondents don't answer for particular questions. Mail survey. Possibility of respondent misunderstanding that can be highest because no interviewer present for the clarification. Degree of interviewer influence of answer. There can be no degree of interviewer influence of answer. Non-interviewer because interviewer is absent and there cannot be interviewer bias in it. Supervision of interviewers. It is not applicable in mail surveys. Mail surveys. Anonymity of respondent is high in mail surveys because researcher can write in the survey and the questionnaire that the answers of the respondent will be kept confidential. Ease of callback or follow-up easy, but it takes time, and the cost is the lowest for mail surveys. How to increase response rate for mail surveys? Although it's difficult to increase the response rate for mail surveys, but there are certain tactics that we can use. Write a sales-oriented cover letter, write a very good cover letter for the respondent, and sometimes researcher can put in the incentive to fill the questionnaire as a token of appreciation for a charity, etc., and stimulate respondents' interest with interesting and questions. Researcher can put in interesting questions to increase the interest of the respondent, and there can be follow-up. Researcher can put in one line that the findings of this research study will be shared with the respondent. Keying questionnaires with codes. is another option, advanced notification, etc. So sponsorship by a well-known and prestigious institution. When a well-known prestigious institution conduct research, response rate becomes good. Increasing response rates. In short, with effective cover letter and putting some incentive in it, interesting questions, follow-up, advanced notification, and service sponsorship. These are all the tactics with which researcher can try to increase the response rate. Email questionnaire surveys. Nowadays, with the help of technology, researcher can use email to send the questionnaire surveys to the respondents. So speed of data collection will be instantaneous with this email questionnaire surveys. And geographical flexibility can be worldwide. Researcher can send the questionnaire through email all over the world. And it is a cheaper distribution, and it has cheaper distribution and processing cost. Email questionnaire surveys. Flexible but extensive differences in the capabilities of respondents, computers, and email software limit the type of question and the layout. Emails are not secure, and eavesdropping can possibly occur. Respondent cooperation varies depending if email is seen as spam or not. So these are some limitations that a researcher has to face with the email questionnaire surveys. Internet surveys. A self-administered questionnaire posted on a website is called Internet Survey. Respondents provide answers to questions displayed online by highlighting a phrase, clicking an icon, or keying in an answer. So this is the easiest way respondent can use, and the researchers are using Internet surveys nowadays. So here is a specimen for US Mint customer survey that shows that how many times have you visited the US Mint website. So respondent can choose the answer from here. How did you hear about our website? So it's very simple. Nowadays the researchers are using internet surveys. Internet surveys, there is a high speed of instantaneous data collection. It is very cost effective. Geographical flexibility is worldwide, and visual and interactive materials can be used. Internet surveys, respondent cooperation is high, varies depending on the website, varies depending on the type of the sample that researcher is using. So when users does not opt in or expect a voluntary survey, consideration is low. So self-selection problem in website visitation surveys. So participants tend to be more deeply involved than the average person. Internet survey. Flexibility of questioning is extremely versatile. There can be flexibility is available in the questioning when researchers use internet surveys. Questionnaire length can vary with the different types of research. Individualized based on respondent answers. Longer questionnaires with panel samples can be used, and item non-response can be eliminated. Software can assure none. Internet surveys. Representative samples can be used for internet survey. The quality of internet samples may vary substantially. A sample of those who visit a web page and voluntarily fill out a questionnaire can have self-selection error. Internet surveys. Not all individuals in the general public have internet access, so these are some disadvantages. Many respondents lack powerful computers with high-speed connections to the internet. Many respondents' computer skills will be relatively unsophisticated. Internet surveys. Possibility for respondent misunderstanding is high in internet survey. Interviewer influence of answer is none. Supervision of interviewers not required in internet surveys. Anonymity of respondent. Respondents can be anonymous or unknown. That is an advantage with internet surveys. Ease of callback or follow-up is difficult unless email address is known. Special features can be used, allow graphics and streaming media. So, welcome screen can be used by the researchers, such as welcome screen like a cover page. It contains the name of the research company and how to contact the organization if there is a problem or concern. If you have any concern or question about this survey, or if you experience any technical difficulties, please contact. So researcher can put in a name of the organization for the respondent to contact if they are facing any problem. Welcome screen should ask for password and give instructions. So welcome screen can use such phrases in it. Please enter your personal password from your invitation. Then press the enter key to begin the survey, or simply click on the right arrow at the bottom of the page to begin the survey after you have read the remaining instruction. During the survey, please do not use your browser's forward or back buttons. Use the arrows on the lower right to move backward and forward through the survey. There is no best form of survey. Each has advantages and disadvantages. So this is the most important thing that you have to keep in your mind, that all these techniques have some advantages and some disadvantages. So one has to understand which method or which technique is most appropriate for a certain situation. Selected questions to determine appropriate technique. So these questions will help you to pick up the appropriate technique. Is the assistant of an interviewer necessary? If the assistant of interviewer necessary, we will go for face-to-face interview. Are respondents interested in the issues being investigated? If they are interested and you use the questionnaire survey, it is good enough. Will cooperation be easily attained? If cooperation is easily attained, we can use the telephone survey. How quickly is the information needed? Will the study require a long and complex questionnaire? How large is the budget? So all these questions will help you to determine about the appropriate technique. Pre-testing is very important. A trial run with a group of respondents to iron out fundamental problems in the instructions of the survey design. So practice is the best of all instructors. Thank you. That's all for part 2.